Guys, today we're going to look at what are called literal equations. Literal equations are equations that contain more than one variable. And so we're going to be isolating only one of the variables, and then the other variables are going to be in our answer. So this is called solving for one variable in terms of other variables. So the solving for one variable means that we are going to be, that's the variable that we're isolating. That's solving for that variable, and then in terms of the other variables means that those other variables are going to be in our answer. Okay, the other variables in your answer. So we solve them the way we solve regular equations. So if you look at the first example, it says solve for m in terms of b and c. That means we're isolating m, isolate m. In terms of b and c just means b and c will be part of your answer. So I'm going to isolate m, and that means I want to get rid of b. B is over here. So b is adding on to m, so if b were like any number, you would subtract it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to subtract b on both sides. And what that does is it cancels the b from the left side. You're left with m equals, and then you just copy this, c minus b. And you're done. You're done when that variable is isolated. So this just says that m equals whatever c is minus whatever b is. All right, and we're going to go through them just like regular equations. So if you look at example 2, it says solve for k in terms of b and w. So solve for k means I'm isolating k. What you'll see me do a lot is I'll draw an arrow above the variable that I'm trying to isolate just to kind of keep my eye on it. Now, right now, k is being multiplied by b. So think to yourself, what's the opposite of a number multiplying by k is dividing by it. So we're going to divide both sides by b. Now I can't really divide, so I'm just going to write k equals w divided by b like that. And we use the fraction sign. Do not use the little division with the 2 dots because we tend not to use that as much. So k equals w divided by b. Okay, in example 3, we now have a 2-step equation, and I want you to think about if these were just regular numbers. Like if instead of negative p, pretend it was like negative 2. Instead of minus du, pretend it's minus 5u. And instead of equals r, pretend it's like 10. Right? And oh, it was a u. So let's say I wanted to isolate u. That was supposed to be a u, and I turned it into an a. If I wanted to isolate u, because it says solve for u, which is right there, what would you do? Right? You would add first. You would, if this were your equation over here, you would first add 2 to both sides. So our first step here is going to be to add p to both sides. First, you do addition or subtraction when you're solving an equation, and then at the end is when you divide. So the p's cancel. I now bring down negative du equals r plus p, because I can't really add them. And then notice, like, at the end of your equation here is when you would divide, and you would divide by negative 5, right? So here you're going to divide by negative d, because negative d is multiplying by u. And so I end up with u equals, and I'm just going to copy this whole fraction. This fraction is my answer, r plus p over negative d. And you're done because the u is isolated. Okay, we're going to look at another example. Example 4 says solve for r in terms of s and t. So r is over here. Notice that there are no plus or minus signs. So this is all one term. When you have all one term, no plus or minus signs, and you have the variable r that you want to isolate, and it's being multiplied by 5 and t, because this is 5 times r times t. I'm putting little dots in there. You divide by both of those at the same time. You divide by 5t. And they cancel out, leaving you the r by itself. And so we divide the left side by 5t, and our answer is right there, s over 5t. Okay, so I'm going to give you examples like all of these on your homework, so use these to guide you. Now in example 5, you'll notice that there's a fraction, and we have to kind of get ourselves in the habit of whenever there's a fraction with an equation, you have to think back to our last lesson, which is, I have to clear my fractions in the beginning. Okay, a common thing is kids will say that they should divide by 1/5, but the dividing by 1/5 will not work because you're going to end up with a fraction inside of a fraction. So if you divide by 1/5, you're going to end up with like b over 1/5 mk equals n. And this is not acceptable. You can't have a fraction, 1/5, inside of a fraction. That's not simplified. So we have to clear our fractions in the first step. So think to yourself about the LCM, right? Like, what's the LCM? Well, if I only have one denominator, 5, then my LCM is 5. So the first thing I need to do is multiply by 5. That's going to get rid of my fraction. The 5's divide. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So I end up with just 5b equals mnk. Now that I've gotten rid of my fraction, I can now isolate n. So n is over here. I'm going to divide both sides by mk. And there's my answer. N equals 5b divided by mk. Okay. And we're going to continue on to example 6. Think to yourself, what would you do if you wanted to isolate a? So a is over here. The first thing you want to do in an equation is subtract. You want to subtract this over to the other side, and division comes last. Okay, so we want to move this over to the other side, and then we divide at the end. So we're going to subtract 4m from both sides. This is going to give me g minus 4m equals 4a. And then at the end, I divide by 4 on both sides, and I end up with a equals g minus 4m all over 4. Now, there is another answer to this, and that is you can simplify this. If you simplify this, just be really careful. The answer is not g minus m. You're not allowed to just cross out the 4's. What you need to do if you're going to simplify this, and again, it's optional, is you have to divide the 4 into both terms because you have a minus sign here. So g divided by 4 is just g over 4. And then 4m divided by 4, the 4's cancel, leaving me with just minus m. So that could be another answer. So I will put both on my answer key, and that's optional. Okay, we're going to do one more for today. And what I would like you to do is pause the video and try example 7 on your own. So you'll notice in example 7 that there's a fraction. Clear the fraction first. Clear fractions. So you only have one denominator. Your LCM is 2. We're going to multiply by 2 on the right and 2 on the left. And then the 2's divide out. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I just have 2a equals h times a plus b. All right, I have the distributive property, so I'm going to distribute h into the parentheses. I have ha plus hb equals 2a. Now you'll notice there's an uppercase a and a lowercase a. Those are different variables. Treat them like they're an x and a y. They're completely different. So you have to keep one uppercase and the other one lowercase. I'm solving for b. So what I want to do is I want to move this ha out of here. So think to yourself, what do I do to move ha to the other side so that I could go towards isolating b? So to get it to go that way, we're going to subtract it. Subtract ha, subtract ha. Remember, division comes at the end. Your last step is divide. So I have 2 uppercase a minus h lowercase a equals hb. And my last step is I can now, at the end, divide by h, divide by h. So b equals this whole fraction, 2 uppercase a minus h lowercase a all over h. Or, if you simplified it, the 2a is being divided by h, which is just 2a over h. And then the ha is being divided by h, so that's going to be just minus a. That's the other possible answer. Okay, so you're going to have examples that look just like these for homework, but with different variables, and use your notes to guide you. All right, have a good weekend, guys.